Her name was Adanna. To everyone outside, she looked like she had her life together, the kind of girl people admire but didn't really know. She had a quiet smile, a calm voice, a heart that forgave too easily and held on too tightly. But behind closed doors, she was breaking. Adanna had spent 3 years in a relationship that was draining her, not because the man was always terrible, but because he was sometimes good, sometimes bad, and that, she later realized, was the most dangerous kind. His name was Jide. He wasn't a monster. He wasn't abusive in ways people could see. He was worse. He was inconsistent. One week he was loving, next week he was cold. One day he made her laugh, next day he made her feel like she was the problem. And every time Adanna gathered strength to leave, he would suddenly change. Baby, you know I love you. You're overthinking. You're too emotional. I'll do better. And like a fool in love, she stayed. Stayed because she believed in him. Stayed because she don't want to start over. Stayed because she hoped one day he would become the man she prayed for. But Judy had a pattern, and she didn't see it at first. He only valued her when she threatened to leave. He only apologized when he felt her slipping away. He only became serious when he knew she was tired. But the moment she stayed, he relaxed again, and the cycle continued. Her friends noticed, her family noticed, even strangers could sense something was off. But Adanna kept saying, relationships are not perfect. Maybe I'm asking for too much, maybe I should just be patient. Her biggest mistake wasn't loving him, it was losing herself trying to keep him. She stopped doing things she loved, she stopped speaking up when she was hurt. She stopped dreaming, she stopped shining. And the painful truth, Jide didn't hate her, he just didn't value her, because he knew she could never leave. This was the version of Adanna the world didn't see. The girl who stayed too long in a place God has been urging her to walk away from. But everything changed the day life forced her to choose. The day she realized she wasn't afraid of losing Jide. She was afraid of losing herself. And that day, that was the birth of the woman she was meant to be. The breaking point didn't happen loudly. There was no big fight, no dramatic shouting. It happened in the simplest quiet moment, the type that changes your life without warning. It was a Saturday morning. Adanna had spent the whole week cooking for Jide, helping him prepare for an important job interview, editing his CV and praying with him. She barely slept, she barely rested. She gave him everything she had. That morning, she called him just to wish him a good luck. He picked up and said, with everything I'm dealing with, you're calling to disturb me? Aren't you tired? No greeting, no appreciation, no kindness, just invitation. And for the first time, Adanna didn't feel like hurt. She felt empty. Empty, like something inside her heart finally died. She stayed silent on the phone, not because she was scared, but because she suddenly realized the truth. She had been fighting for someone who wouldn't even fight for himself. She had been valuing someone who only remembered her when he needed something. She had been giving her heart to a man who barely gave her crumbs. Jide continued talking, complaining about everything and nothing. But she wasn't listening anymore. She was staring at her reflection in the mirror. The tired eyes, the quiet sadness, the lost girl. And she whispered to herself, this can't be my life. For the first time in years, she didn't defend him. She didn't blame herself. She didn't make excuses. She just saw the truth, naked, raw, undeniable. That day, Jide called back 3 times. She didn't pick. He sent messages. Are you ignoring me? I don't like this attitude. You're becoming too dramatic. But Adanna wasn't angry. She wasn't crying. She wasn't shaking. She felt a strange peace. The peace that comes when you finally stop forcing what is not meant for you. Later that evening, he came to her apartment, acting like nothing happened, and said, babe, why are you acting like that? Phone calls meant anyway. You know I was stressed. Don't start. He sat on her couch, picked up her remote, and changed the TV channel like he owned the place. Like she didn't matter. Adanna watched him quietly, not with pain, not with hope, but with clarity. She realized she had outgrown him emotionally, mentally, spiritually. His presence no longer felt like home, it felt like a cage. And right there, watching him talk and talk, something in her spirit said, "You are done." No shouting, no argument, no explanation, just a quiet, powerful decision. And her whole life would change because of it. Jide was still talking, still defending himself, still acting like everything was normal. But Adanna wasn't hearing a single word. For the first time in 3 years, she looked at him, really looked. The man she thought was her future was now the biggest reminder of her past. A past full of waiting, strengthening, hoping, and outing. She stood up slowly, not in anger, not in fear, but with a calmness that scared even more. Jide frowned. "Where are you going?" Adanna didn't answer. She walked to her bedroom, opened her wardrobe, and pulled out a small travel bag, the same one she used when visiting him on weekends, when she still believed he was her forever. She started folding her clothes, one by one, not rushing, not shaking, just done. Jide followed her to the room. "Adanna, what are you doing? Can you stop? You're overreacting." She kept packing. He raised his voice. "Are you seriously trying to walk out over a small argument?" She zipped her bag, turned to him. And for the first time in years, there was no fear in her eyes, no guilt, no confusion, only truth. "Jide," she said softly, "I'm not walking away because of today. I'm walking away because of everything." He blinked, confused. She continued, "Stick calm. You've been inconsistent. You've been careless with me. You take me serious only when you're afraid to lose me. And the moment I decide to stay, you will ask again." He opened his mouth to speak, but nothing came out. Adanna stepped closer and said the word she needed to hear herself. "I love you, but I love myself more now." The silence that followed was heavy, not painful, not dramatic, just final. She carried her bag, walked past him, and headed to the door. He rushed forward. "Adanna, wait. You're being emotional. You can't just leave." She turned to him one last time. "No, Jide. For once in my life, I'm being logical. I should have left for a long time ago." He tried to grab her hands. She stepped back. And in a calm voice that held 3 years of strength she never knew she had, she said, "Jide, if you truly wanted me, you would have shown it. I'm done begging to be chosen." Then she opened the door. Sunlight spilled into the room, warm, free. The complete opposite of how she had felt for years. She stepped out, closed the door gently. For the first time in a long time, she felt light, she felt free, she felt herself. That was the day Adanna walked away, not from a man, but from the version of herself that tolerated less than she deserved. Thank you for watching to the end. Kindly follow and subscribe.